Hi guys, Shaun and Frank here from Optics Warehouse. So today we've picked the worst day to go and test a thermal rifle scope. It's about 20 degrees, bright sunshine, but we're going to be testing the brand new, or the Panther 2.0 PQ50L. This is one of the latest thermal rifle scopes from HIKMICRO. Comes with a laser rangefinder, the 640 sensor, and the latest sub 20 net D. And we're also going to be testing today the Therm-X targets. And Frank's going to give you a quick intro just on what they're about and why we're out here testing them.
Thanks, Shaun. Yeah, so welcome everybody. So the background of these targets is from Safe Shot originally. Safe Shot supplied military targets, thermal targets. A requirement that when you set up your thermal targets, you need to have a good battery life on them, so that you go into the impact area, put your targets on, and come back and shoot at them. So this has obviously led to a demand outside of the military, as more and more night vision and particularly thermal is becoming popular, not just with hunters but with shooters as well. And this has led to the creation of this company now set up Therm-X. Therm-X supplying still targets for the hunter. They have about a 2-hour battery life on them. They're all produced out of 500 Hardox, so they're armoured plate. There are some limits to any steel targets, how far you can shoot them, and the rule really is if it's over 300 feet per second, then you need to be at least 200 metres to shoot these steel targets. But we do have the angle on them. Most steel targets are set at an angle, and these include that. And the idea in principle is the bullet impacts on the target, disintegrates and lands below the target. So all steel targets should have an angle like this put on them, and it's what these targets have.
So yeah, let's get down to it. So we're going to be getting this PQ50L zeroed, and we're going to show you some footage and just showing you up how the Therm-X come in the Panther. So we've now got the Panther 2.0 PQ50L mounted to Frank's at Accuracy International here. Frank's just going to go through and take a few shots on these Therm-X targets. And as you can see, I've got my phone set up here. We're using the HIKMICRO site app, and this is streaming what Frank is seeing straight to my mobile phone. This just gives us a quick way of seeing the point of impacts. I can also actually control the device from my mobile, and we're going to be flicking through some of the colour palettes just to show you the different palettes available. So to start off with, what I'm going to do is use the laser rangefinder and ping the target, and it is 67 yards away. So Frank's going to engage the target.
Okay, firing.
Yeah, we got a hit there. I'm going to just quickly check on the binos. That's bang in the centre. So what we'll do is flick on to the next colour palette. So we're currently on white hot, so we're going to go to black hot now. And again, hit on the same hole. One of the benefits of these Therm-X targets is the fact that they're painted in a red colour. So when you do engage the target and hit it, you do take some of that red paint off. You can spray it easily again, but it's just nice and visual, looking for a standard optic to be able to see where you're hitting the target. So Frank's now switched to the fusion mode, and he's going to engage the target again. So you got 3 out of 3 in the same hole.
And you can see that quite clearly if you're a fusion.
Yes, you can see that quite clearly in that fusion mode. The second hash down, you can see the bullet impact on the thermal target really nice and clear. So yeah, this is the PQ50L. This sort of summarises the performance of it. As I said at the beginning of the video, this was possibly the worst conditions we could have chosen testing the thermal rifle scope, but as you can see from the footage, even in these bad conditions, it's turned out really well. So it just shows how good this PQ50L really is. So when you get it on a nice cold crisp winter morning, you're going to be seeing some superb resolution and clarity from this weapon scope. If you're looking for not spending close to £3,000, then you want to check out the 384x288 sensor, which would be the Panther PH50L. The PH50L is coming in at around 2,500, slightly under, and gives you a nice thermal performance, slightly less resolution than the PQ50L, but more than adequate enough for fox control or rat shooting or rabbiting.